Hello everyone, it's Kieran from Red Devil Weekly, as you guys already know, and welcome to my World Cup Daily. As you can see, a bit of a different studio to usual, but as I said, I was going to be doing World Cup content, and this is just the beginning. This is going to be my World Cup Daily show, where we're going to be talking all things World Cup every single day throughout this summer of 32 teams trying to compete for one trophy. Yes, that is not the World Cup trophy, it's the closest thing I had, don't judge me. Anyway, in this first little kind of show, I will be doing my opening predictions for the World Cup. Now don't worry, I won't be going through the whole thing and predicting every single group game and every single game of the tournament. All I'll be doing is predicting the winners of the World Cup and also the top goal scorers. So that is what I'm going to be doing today, and as I said, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup, and who do you think is going to win the Golden Boot? All of your comments will be featured in future episodes. So without further ado, let's get straight into this very, very exciting first episode of the World Cup Daily. Right, so obviously where to start is the winners of the World Cup. You've seen many of your favourite YouTubers, pundits, things like that, predicting the winners of the World Cup. And I'm going to go straight into it, cut the bullshit. For me, I think it's going to be France to win the World Cup. Their squad is young, their squad is hungry, they've got a fantastic manager in Didier Deschamps, and I think their squad is ready. And the talent they have, you know, you've got Kylian Mbappe, you've got the Ousmane Dembele, the young talent that they possess, mixed with the strong, already established world-class talent they already possess in the likes of Pogba, Griezmann, Lloris, all around the park. You could argue that there's some absolutely fantastic players, and the squad that they've got, yes, they haven't won a World Cup for quite a while actually, but you know, with this team, I think that they're ready to prove themselves on the big stage. Got to the finals of the European Championships in their own country, and I do think they're going to do well this year. And if all of their players gel at the same time, all of their players play the right way at the same time, I think they're going to be right up there. And for me, I do think they're going to be the winners of this year's World Cup. People, you know, some honourable mentions go to Brazil as well. Brazil is a fantastic, fantastic team, as well as Argentina has been up there, as well as Spain. So those are the kind of three main teams I've seen people predict. But for me, I'm going to go a bit further field, a bit left of centre. Going to go with France. For me, are going to win the World Cup. But as I said, leave your thoughts in the live chat. Who's going to win the World Cup in 2018 in Russia? It's going to be a very hard one to predict. There's no doubt about it. Going to be very, very difficult. Right, now on to the Golden Boot winner. Now, for me, it's going to be very, very difficult again to predict this, as it always is to predict these sort of things with the World Cup. Now, for me, again, straight into it, I think Romelu Lukaku from Belgium is going to win the Golden Boot. He's been prolific in qualifying and also in the recent friendlies that Belgium have played. And I actually think Belgium are one of the favourites to win the World Cup. So I think Lukaku, being their leading man, the striker, the talisman, is going to bag in the goals as well, repping United. So I've got to support my man. I've got to support my man. Also, a few honourable mentions. You know, you've got CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best players in the world. This is probably going to be one of his last major tournaments where he can really show the world how good he is. And if Portugal are going to get anywhere in this World Cup, he needs to show up. No doubt about it. And he is a man for the big occasion. We know this. So I think the World Cup, he'll either take to it like a duck to water and just prove the world what he's like, or you know, we might see a similar repeat to the World Cup in 2010, where we didn't get the full glimpse of what Cristiano Ronaldo could do. So it could either go two ways. Very similar story for Lionel Messi as well. He could either have an absolutely fantastic tournament. Last year, he got to the final with Argentina. He could have an absolutely fantastic tournament, or he could absolutely flop. It's as simple as that. And that is the thing with the World Cup. There's no dead guaranteed players who are going to play well. You never know. So yeah, those are my kind of candidates. For me, Romelu Lukaku is going to win the Golden Boot, and I think he's going to get 6 or 7 goals in this tournament. So yeah, there's my predictions. As I said, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win the Golden Boot in Russia? Finally, I'm going to make my predictions on how far England can go, because as you can see from the mug there, and as you can tell by my accent, I am from the Isle of England, and I think that England can get to the quarterfinals. Now, I think you've heard this a lot. You've heard this a lot from a lot of other kind of pundits and people like that. I think that England will get to the quarterfinals. And some of you might say that's too hopeful. Some of you say I'm being pessimistic. For me, I'm being totally realistic. For the last 4 major tournaments, we have not won a single knockout match. I mean, you might think that's a crazy stat, but it's true. And the thing is with England is that there seems to be a typical type of England performance that we have at a major tournament. We start kind of average, or usually drawing our opening game. We never win the first group game as well. That's something which has eluded us for quite a while. So I think with the players we have in this squad, I do think we'll go one step further than we did in the Euros and in the 2010 World Cup. So for me, I think we're going to get to the quarterfinals. You know, I think the squad this year is a bit younger, a bit less experienced, but for me, I actually think that could be a positive because it seems like in 2010, 2014, the experienced players, I mean, what did they do? You know, they showed up and completely failed on the big stage. So maybe using some less experienced players, giving them the freedom, giving them the no fear attitude, go and have a go at any opponent you face and see what happens. Maybe that might be a good approach. And, you know, hopefully get Gareth. It does look like he has a bit of a system which he's worked on and knows. So, you know, you never know. I do have a bit of hope for this tournament, but I'm not going to go too far. For me, England are going to get to the quarterfinals. But as I said, this show is about you guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. How far can England go in this World Cup? But that is going to end it. That's going to wrap up for the first episode of the World Cup Daily. These are going to be daily shows I do, which will be looking forward to the game that's tomorrow and also reviewing the games that went before on the day. So also I'll be doing a preview and review for all the games that happened within the kind of day time frame, if you get what I mean. So if you do like this sort of stuff, hit that like button, subscribe to make sure you keep up to date with all of the World Cup content, and leave all your comments in the comment section down below, and I will try and feature as many of your comments as possible in the next episode of the World Cup Daily. But thank you very much for watching. Leave all of your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.